back to Galileo TV interview series. My name is Silvia Romanò, Chief International Affairs for Centro, Studi, Galileo. I am here with Mr. Didier Coulomb, Director General of the IIR. Thank you, Mr. Coulomb, for being here with us. And especially thank you for your long-standing partnership with the Centro, Studi, Galileo, of course also for your experience in the field. You've worked a lot for our sector. And we reached the 20th edition of the European conference that since a long time we do with you, with your institution. So we are very happy about our cooperation. And I would like to take the chance of this appointment today to ask you something about your international commitments and your priorities, because you have a lot going on as for what regards your Congress in August. Then you have just signed an MOU with the EUconfRAC, the African Pan-African Association. So I would like to ask you if you can talk to us about your international commitments.
Okay, first I would like to insist on the fact that refrigeration is now recognized at an international level as an international priority. It was not the case a few years ago, but since 2019, since one meeting of the parties in Rome, in Italy, where there was a declaration of the United Nations regarding the importance of refrigeration and especially the cold chain, it is necessary to have international actions on these kinds of topics. The main issue is the fact that first we need more refrigeration technologies, more refrigeration users, especially in Africa, and I will tell you a few words afterwards, but it is also the case in Europe. And at the same time, we have to reduce the environmental impact, and refrigeration is, it is useful for certain applications regarding climate change. It is the case for the cold chain, for instance, but generally speaking, we are also an important producer of greenhouse gases because of the refrigerant, because of the energy we use, and thus it is very important to involve all the actors in all the stakeholders of refrigeration technologies in a more sustainable way. So practically we would like to have this year, 2023, as a year of refrigeration. We already have an International Day for Refrigeration, June 26, but we agreed with the UNEP, the United Nations Environmental Programme, so at the international level, to consider this year as an international international year for refrigeration. And thus we have our Congress next August in Paris, where you will have people from all over the world, in all refrigeration technology and users, the cold chain for food, for rice products, conditioning, heat pumps, cryogenics. It will be a very big event. And of course, I invite all the people to attend this event. We will have also events during the next Conference of the Parties on Climate Change in Dubai at the early of the year, and jointly with the various United Nations agencies and programs. It is also a good occasion to organize this 20th conference here in Milan because we can discuss all these issues also during this conference, and it is a way also to involve Italy in our actions. Italy is an IIR member country. I'm very pleased to cooperate with this country, and I'm convinced that Italy, as well as all the European countries, all the world, must have some refrigeration action plans, and the IIR can help Italy to do it. And this conference is one of the tools we can have in order to disseminate information. It is very important to disseminate that information. For instance, I mentioned the cold chain. It is certainly one of the main important topics. For instance, regarding Europe, we have to build a food chain which is sustainable with a net zero emission in 2050. It is a challenge. Currently, the food chain, not only the cold chain, the food chain generally, is a very important producer of greenhouse gases, indirect or direct emissions. So it is a challenge, and we are working with the European Commission on that topic, the net zero emission in 2050. At the same time, it is also, of course, a very important topic in developing countries, because in developing countries you have equipment which are with much less capacity than in developed countries. About 1 cubic meters, for instance, for storage in some countries in Africa or Asia, compared to 10 in Europe, in North America, other developed countries. So we have to also work on that topic as well as air conditioning. A lot of needs of air conditioning, especially also in developing countries. So we have to work in Europe on the cold chain, on heat pumps, on air conditioning, but also in developing countries. And the main continent where we have to work regarding that is Africa. And thus it is the reason that we signed today a memorandum of understanding with EUconfRAC, which is the association of national and African associations representing the technicians in all Africa in order to develop our services in Africa, where we have both increasing needs. We have a population which is increasing with a lot of needs because the equipment are much less than in Europe or in other countries. So we have increasing needs, and we have to develop sustainable refrigeration technologies. And also regarding that these technologies, there is clearly a need of a kind of technology transfer from developed countries to developing countries in order to not only simply implement the technologies we developed in Europe, for instance, but also to adapt our European technologies, including Italian technologies, to Africa. So it is the reason that we also wanted to use that opportunity of this conference to increase our involvement in these countries.
And we're really pleased about that, and especially we're honored to witness this special moment. So thank you also for doing it in this frame, and especially thank you for your cooperation, not only for this conference, but in general with our institutions. Thank you very much, Mr. Coulomb.